Morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm late today. I'm trying something new here. So bear with me for a second. Okay. All right, here we are again. Oh my goodness. I'm so late today. And oh my goodness. I'll start with a morning prayer. I have wakened in thy shelter, O my God. And it becometh him that seeketh that shelter to abide within the sanctuary of thy protection and the stronghold of thy defense. Illumine my inner being, O my Lord, with the splendors of the day spring, of thy revelation, even as thou didst illumine my outer being with the morning light of thy favor. O my God and my Master, I am thy servant and the son of thy servant. I have risen from my couch at this dawn time, when the might of thy dominion gonna have to look it up. When the day star of thy oneness hath shone forth from the day spring of thy will, and hath shed its radiance upon the whole world, according to what had been mentioned in the books of thy decree. Praise be unto thee, O my God, that we awaken to the splendors of the light of thy knowledge. Send down then upon us, O my Lord, what will enable us to dispense with anyone but thee, and will rid us of all attachment to anyone except thyself. Write down, moreover, for me, and for such as are dear to me, and for my kindred, man and woman alike, the good of this world and of the world to come. Keep us safe then, through thine unfailing protection, O thou, the beloved of the entire universe and the desire of the whole world, from them whom thou hast made to be the manifestations of the evil whisperer who whisper in men's breasts. Potent art thou to do what pleaseth thee. Thou art verily the Almighty, the help in peril, the self-subsisting. Bless thou, O Lord my God, him whom thou hast set over thy most excellent titles, and through whom thou hast divided between the godly and the wicked, and graciously aid us to do what thou lovest and desirest. Bless thou moreover, O my Lord, them who are thy words and thy letters, and them who have set their faces towards thee, and turned unto thy face, and hearkened to thy call. Thou art verily the Lord and King of all men, and art potent over all things. I have wakened in thy shelter. Oh, my God, and it becometh him that seeketh that shelter to abide within the sanctuary of thy protection and the stronghold of thy defense. Illumine my inner being. Oh, my Lord, with the splendors of the day spring of thy revelation, even as thou didst illumine my outer being with the morning light of thy favor. I have wakened in thy shelter, oh my God, and it becometh him that seeketh that shelter to abide within the sanctuary of thy protection and the stronghold of thy defense. Illumine my inner being, oh my Lord, with the splendors of the day spring of thy revelation, even as thou didst illumine my outer being with the morning light of thy favor, with the morning light of thy favor. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Van. I see you there. So I started out by singing that prayer with an old melody that I knew, and my voice couldn't handle it, so I just went into the spiritual realms, and it worked so much better when we let spirit take over, right? Prayer for protection. Glory be to thee, O my God. I beg of thee by thy name, the most merciful, to protect thy servants and thy handmaidens when the tempests of trials pass over them and thy manifold tests assail them. Enable them then, O my God, so to seek refuge within the stronghold of thy love and of thy revelation, that neither thine adversaries nor the wicked doers among thy servants who have broken thy covenant and thy testament, and turned away most disdainfully from the dayspring of thine essence and the revealer of thy glory, may prevail against them. They themselves, O my Lord, have waited at the door of thy grace. Do thou open it to their faces with the keys of thy bountiful favors. Potent art thou to do what thou willest and to ordain what thou pleasest. These are the ones, O my Lord, who have set their faces towards thee and turned unto thy habitation. Do with them then, therefore, as becometh thy mercy, which hath surpassed the worlds. I'm going to read this quote by the guardian of the Baha'i faith, Shoghi Effendi. I did read it the other day, and I'm going to read it again. Humanity, through suffering and turmoil, is moving on towards its destiny. If we be loiterers, if we fail to play our part, surely others will be called upon to take up our tasks as ministers to the crying needs of this afflicted world. Not by the force of numbers, not by the exposition, not by the mere exposition of a set of new and noble principles, not by an organized campaign of teaching, no matter how worldwide and elaborate in its character, not even by the staunchness of our faith or the exultation of our enthusiasm, can we ultimately hope to vindicate in the eyes of a critical and skeptical age the supreme claim of the Abha revelation. One thing, and only one thing, will unfailingly and alone secure the undoubted triumph of this sacred cause, namely, the extent to which our own inner life and private character mirror forth in their manifold aspects the splendors of those eternal principles proclaimed by Baha'u'llah. Now I'm going to sing a song which is actually call and response. So feel free to respond wherever you are. I'll go through it once and show you when I sing something the second time in a row, that's your response. So I'll go through it once like that, and then I'll just go through it again, and you just do the response. I mean, you can do the response anyway, but here we go. O Lord my God, O Lord my God, open thou the door, open thou the door, provide the means, make safe the path, and guide our way. For verily thou art the help in peril, the self-subsisting, Ya Baha'u'llah, Ya Baha'u'llah. Now you do it. Oh Lord my God, open now the door, provide the means, make safe the path, and guide our way. For verily thou art the help in peril, the self-subsisting Ya Baha'u'llah. Oh Lord my God, open now the door, provide the means, make safe the path, and guide our way. For verily thou art the help in peril, the self-subsisting Ya Baha'u'llah. Ya Baha'u'llah. Ya Baha'u'llah. Ya Baha'u'llah. Okay. So we've been reading Psalms of David from the Holy Bible. Let's see if we have an appropriate one for today. Oh, here, this is beautiful. I've been moved to chant these lately. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary and strengthen thee out of Zion. Remember all thine offerings and accept thy burnt sacrifice, Selah. Grant thee according to thine own heart and fulfill all thy counsel. We will rejoice in thy salvation, and in the name of our God we will set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions. Now I know that the Lord saveth his appointed, his anointed. He will hear him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots and some to horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They're brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Save, Lord, Let the King hear us when we call. So that's from the Holy Bible, Psalm number 20, a Psalm of David. Here's a beautiful writing from Baha'u'llah that I shared recently, and I'll share it again because it's so beautiful. The world is but a show, vain and empty, a mere nothing bearing the semblance of reality. Set not your affections upon it. Break not the bond that uniteth you with your Creator. And be not of those that have erred and strayed from his ways. Verily I say, the world is like the vapor in a desert, which the thirsty dreameth to be water, and striveth after it with all his might, until when he cometh unto it, he findeth it to be mere illusion. It may moreover be likened unto the lifeless image of the beloved, whom the lover hath sought and found, in the end, after long search, and to his utmost regret, to be such as cannot fatten nor appease his hunger. I have all these beautiful prayer books that I've never had a chance to read through. This is from Prayers of Ecstasy. Oops, it's backwards, you can't see it. Abdu'l-Baha says, until love takes possession of the heart, no other divine bounty can be revealed in it. And from Baha'u'llah, praise be to thee, O Lord my God. I implore thee by thy name, which none hath befittingly recognized, and whose import no soul hath fathomed. I beseech thee by him who is the fountainhead of thy revelation and the dayspring of thy signs, to make my heart to be a receptacle of thy love and of remembrance of thee. Knit it then to thy most great ocean, that from it may flow out the living waters of thy wisdom and the crystal streams of thy glorification and praise. Baha'u'llah. And a proverb, Native American proverbs from the Hopi. To gossip is like playing checkers with an evil spirit. You win occasionally, but are more often trapped at your own game. Another proverb from the Hopi. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. And from the Lakota, Do not speak of evil, for it creates curiosity in the hearts of the young. And another from the Hopi. Let no one speak ill of the absent. This is really funny. From the Tuscarora, those who have 1 foot in the canoe and 1 foot in the boat are going to fall into the river. Oh. This other little book called Native American Wisdom. From Shingwa Kansi, Little Pine. My father, you have made promises to me and to my children. If the promises had been made by a person of no standing, I should not be surprised to see his promises fail. But you, who are so great in riches and in power, I am astonished that I do not see your promises fulfilled. I would have been better pleased if you had never made such promises than that you should have made them and not performed them. Let's see what we have from the wisdom of the Quran. Vision comprehendeth him not, but he comprehendeth all vision. He is the subtle, the aware. And also from the Quran. Verily, we created man from a product of wet earth, then placed him as a drop of seed in a safe lodging. Then we created of the drop a clot. Then we created of the clot a tissue. Then we created of the tissue bones, then clothed the bones with flesh, then produced it as another creation. So blessed be God, the best of creators. Then lo, after that, ye surely die. Then lo, on the day of resurrection, ye are raised again. And we have created above you 7 paths, and we are never unmindful of creation. And from the wisdom of the Tao, from the Tao Te Ching, there was something formed out of chaos, which existed before heaven and earth. How solitary, how still. It exists on its own without interchange. It circulates everywhere without creating danger. It can be considered the mother of under heaven. I do not know its name. I call it Tao. O thou, by whose name the sea of joy moveth, and the fragrance of happiness is wafted. I ask thee to show me by the wonders of thy favors that which shall brighten my eyes and shall gladden my heart. Verily, thou art the giver, the all bountiful. O thou, by whose name the sea of joy moveth, and the fragrance of happiness is wafted. I ask thee to show me by the wonders of thy favor that which shall brighten my eyes and shall gladden my heart. Verily, thou art the giver, the all bountiful. From the hidden words of Baha'u'llah. O my friends, have ye forgotten that true and radiant morn, when in those hallowed and blessed surroundings ye were all gathered in my presence beneath the shade of the tree of life, which is planted in the all-glorious paradise? Awestruck, ye listened as I gave utterance to these three most holy words. O friends, prefer not your will to mine. Never desire that which I have not desired for you. And approach me not with lifeless hearts, defiled with worldly desires and cravings. Would you but sanctify your souls, you would at this present hour recall that place and those surroundings, and the truth of mine utterance should be made evident unto all of you. And that's from Baha'u'llah, the hidden words of Baha'u'llah. I'd like to offer the prayer for the northeastern states. O thou kind Lord, praise be unto thee that thou hast shown us the highway of guidance. Opened the doors of the kingdom and manifested thyself through the Sun of reality. To the blind thou hast given sight, to the deaf thou hast granted hearing. Thou hast resuscitated the dead, thou hast enriched the poor, thou hast shown the way to those who have gone astray. Thou hast led those with parched lips to the fountain of guidance. And thou hast suffered the thirsty fish to reach the ocean of reality. O thou Almighty, we are thy servants and thy poor ones. We are remote and yearn for thy presence, are athirst for the water of thy fountain, are ill, longing for thy healing. We are walking in thy path and have no aim or hope save the diffusion of thy fragrance, so that all souls may raise the cry of, "Oh God, guide us to the straight path." May their eyes be opened to behold the light. May they be freed from the darkness of ignorance. May they gather around the lamp of thy guidance. May every portionless one receive a share, and may the deprived become the confidants of thy mysteries. O Almighty, look upon us with the glance of mercifulness. Grant us heavenly confirmation. Bestow upon us the breath of the Holy Spirit, so that we may be assisted in thy service, and like unto brilliant stars, shine in these regions with the light of thy guidance. Verily, thou art the powerful, the mighty, the wise, and the seeing. Okay, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I should be back right at oh yes, that's right. I forgot. I almost forgot. At 9 o'clock this morning, right here, I'm going to be leading a study in The Promised Day Has Come by Shoghi Effendi, which is very relevant to what we're going through now. It's a fascinating study, and I invite you to join me 9 o'clock. So have a blessed day. Yah Baha'i, O thou glory of the most glorious.